Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode where we focus on the human impact of AI. So, founders and VCs, venture capitalists who flock to AI startups are learning that turning the chatbot buzz into successful businesses is harder than it seems. We're going to dive into this in a second, but they mention that it's only 10 months ago since they released ChatGPT. GPT-4 was only 6 months ago. So AI is exponential, as we've talked about. Some startups that epitomized the zeal for so-called generative AI are now navigating layoffs and reduced user interest. Investors are unsure whether the new crop of AI startups will be able to survive, especially as tech giants such as Microsoft and Alphabet's Google solidify their dominance over the technology. There was optimism in the venture world that commercial AI applications would materialize at light speed, said Mark Goldberg, a partner at Index Ventures. Now there is a shallow trough of disillusionment. So this has happened with AI multiple times, right? We've talked about the AI winters. Go back to the AI history videos I did in 2020 at the launch of this channel. Goldberg said the initial surge of user growth for ChatGPT, the fastest ever for a consumer app, led investors to overestimate the rate at which consumers would use tools powered by generative AI. So what I'm going to say in response to that is that ChatGPT is a toy. I don't mean that negatively. I just mean that it's very, very early in the AI curve that is yet to come. Usage has waned from peak levels. I haven't used it in a while. Monthly online visitors to ChatGPT decreased by 10% each month in both June and July after months of growth. Similarly, Midjourney, an AI tool that creates images from user descriptions, saw monthly visits decline for 3 consecutive months ending in July. Jasper, a generative AI tool for writers and businesses, saw declining user growth for 4 consecutive months ending in July. So the initial hype cycle on generative AI is over. So what does this mean? Layoffs in July and cutting revenue projections at these startups. Microsoft, Google, and other established companies are investing heavily in rolling out new AI products, and business is booming for NVIDIA. Plus Salesforce, they didn't mention that, but Salesforce is all in on AI. We've moved from a moment of how big can this be to how do we make this work, said Sunil Dhaliwal, a general partner at Amplify Partners, a major VC firm. So far, AI buzz hasn't been enough to stop the steep drop in total startup funding. Overall, U.S. venture funding plummeted by almost 50% in the second quarter of 2023, even as investment in generative AI startups increased 65%. So what does that mean? That means that almost all venture capital is being redirected to AI, stranding everything else. Many young businesses have yet to prove that they can retain users and develop actual products that existing companies can't mimic. Now, this blew my mind. Training cutting-edge AI models cost companies billions of dollars to train a new AI large language model. We cannot unleash AI and have no business model to pay for it, said Frank Slootman, chief executive of data storage company Snowflake. So what does that mean? That means venture investors are now focused on revenue. Is this business generating increasing revenue quarter over quarter? So far, the largest AI startups have sought much of their funding from tech giants that are able to provide the computing power and other resources beneficial to training their new models. Said John Ludig, an investor at Founders Fund, there's a ton of VC propaganda right now. It's an unequivocal optimism without asking any of the hard questions on product, user interface, distribution, or end markets. So no product market fit is what they call that. One AI startup that helped ignite the AI boom has come under scrutiny. In August of 2022, Stability AI released a viral text-to-image generator called Stable Diffusion. Soon after, it raised $101 million from venture capitalists. Emad Mustique, its chief executive, has since been accused of fraud. So let's sum this up here. First of all, venture funding has plummeted from 2 years ago, with 2021 being the peak. It's way off by 50% from the peak. That's number one. Number two, what venture capital is being invested right now is being heavily diverted to AI. And number three, whenever there's a hot sector like this, it gets overhyped and people do not focus enough on, is this a real business? What revenue is it going to grow? And then finally, any hot sector like this brings out the fraudsters. I'm not saying this guy did it. I'm not saying that. But any hyped hot market brings out fraud. It's just the way it is. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, and share. Really important. We're very close now to 1,000, which unlocks full monetization. That helps support this channel. Also, please click the link below. Get your free AI resource. Prepare yourself for the AI wave. You will have to use AI at your job every day in the next couple of years. Take care. Bye.